Chat room, take 1.
Do you have one best friend or a few really close friends?
I also have a few really close friends.
I used to have a lot of best friends, but now that I am grown, I only have one best friend.
I feel like a mix of both.
Honestly, I would say I have both. Like, I have one best friend, but then I have other friends that are almost just as close. For me, it's definitely both. Like, I have one really good friend, but then I also have a lot of other friends that I'm really close with. Just not like as, I guess I haven't known them as long as like I've known my best friend.
As I've grown up, I used to really want to I loved being a part of a friend group. I loved having all these friends. And then now I feel like with age and with maturity, I just have one person that I want to talk to all the time and nobody else.
I think I'm more the opposite of that, where I had one really close best friend, and then I grew up and we kind of just separated more, and it came into more of a small group of people.
I feel like I have a mix of both. I just have one really close friend and then multiple friends as well that you just hang around with, but that duo.
What matters most to you guys in choosing a best friend or a person that you let in your inner circle?
So basically just looking for good intentions, have a good personality.
I feel like when I look for friends, I really look for someone that can make me laugh. I love just not really being serious about a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Especially because a lot of the stuff that I do at church is pretty serious and ministry is serious. So when I'm hanging out with my friends, I just want to have fun. Right. And we can have, I like to have a friend that knows how to be serious but also knows how to have a fun time.
Right. I think I look for people who understand me, who knows, because I feel like I can kind of be all over the place and I'm super outgoing, but then sometimes I need somebody to make me deal with my emotions.
Yeah.
And, so I just need somebody that knows me and knows how to care for me in the correct way.
I just look for a clique more so, if that makes sense, somebody that you just connect with really well.
Yeah.
How do you kind of keep a pulse on who has influence in your life?
I don't think I've always done a good job at that. I think of a lot of people that I've let into my life have caused me more pain than good. I don't want to use the word toxic, but I have let a lot of kind of toxic friendships run its course and take a hold of my life just because I'm such a people pleaser that I don't want to tell people I can't be friends with you or because I feel I'm letting them down. But I've just had to learn that if they're not leading me back to God, or if they're not leading me on a good path, then they don't need to be in my life.
The people I surround myself with is who I become. I know that's all the teachers, parents, whatever, they say your 5 closest friends, show me your 5 closest friends, I'll show you your future. Mm-hmm. But that is so true for me. Whoever I'm around, I adapt to who they are and I want to do what they're doing. Yeah. So I feel in the past couple months, I've had to learn to be so careful who I surround myself with because I have been led down some bad paths following the wrong people.
Mm-hmm.
I try to stay true to myself more so rather than following other people, and I kind of just do my own thing.
Probably only around 1 or 2 friendships that I've really had to leave just because after hanging out with those people, I just don't fit in and I just leave feeling so unwanted and I always left feeling they had to invite me and they didn't genuinely want me to be there.
I grew up with the same friend group since I was in 5th grade, and we had all been friends. And once we hit middle school, they started doing doing not very hard drugs, but still drugs. And for a while, it was fine. I didn't do them. I was still on the path that I needed to be on. But once I got into high school, I was still friends with them, and I'd grown up around that, and so eventually it became normalized, and so then I find myself doing these awful drugs with them, but stepping away from them was so hard because we had been friends for 5 years at this point, so it's this is my family, this is who I feel safe with, but I wanted to get sober, and you cannot be sober around drugs. So that is impossible. It was impossible. I tried so hard to hold on to those friendships, but the only way to be on the right path was to not be friends with them. And I mean, it was a hard lesson to learn, but I'm so better off.
Yeah.
What advice would you give for how to find good friends?
I think that I would say just because you've known somebody for a long time doesn't mean they're always going to be a good friend to you. Like, you grow out of people just like you do everything else. So, like, once you grow out of them, like, you have to let them go.
That's good. I feel like I used to pick my friends based off of popularity. Like, I wanted to be friends with the girls that would, like, make me look good. And not, like, I think when I started doing that, it wasn't, like, in a selfish way. Like, it wasn't like, oh, I want to be popular. It was just like, oh, I just kind of want to be, like, seen a little bit, because I was always kind of, like, in the shadows, and I just wanted to, like, be a little bit more seen. So I think I would just, like, want to tell my younger self that does not matter. Like, popularity does not matter. And if you pick your friends based off of just being popular, you're just going to be sad. Because that's how I was for, like, 5 years of my life. Just sad because I picked friends based off of who was the most popular at the time.
For me, I would, like, tell myself to just be more open, because, like, majority of my friends are, like, people I play sports with or people I've grown up with. So, like, just being more open to really finding everybody that I could be friends with and, like, see who I can get close with.
Tell me something that you learned from this conversation.
I always thought, it's always kind of like, I used to be really good at making friends, but now it's gotten harder now that I'm on, like, a better path. So I think it's cool to see that, like, it wasn't just me that's struggling to find good friends, and I'm not the only one who have made, like, mistakes in picking friends before.
I think I just learned, like, how other people make friends. Like, how you guys make friends really is completely different from how I've made friends.
I just learned that no one's perfect. No one can pick a perfect friend. It's not easy, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's nice to know that, like, everyone in life is gonna go through those, like, times of bad friendships. Like, I'm not alone in, like, picking the wrong people. But to know, like, how to fix that and to see how, like, you guys have, like, worked through that is, like, inspiring for me for the future in picking friendships.